Meanwhile, in a bid to strengthen defence and security ties, the Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles is in India on a 4-day visit. On Thursday, Marles emphasised on how defence engagement between India and Australia will ensure closer ties between the two strategic partners. And with an aim to reaffirm shared objectives of an open, free and rules-based Indo-Pacific region, the Australian Defence Minister held talks with his Indian counterpart Rajnath Singh, where he invited the Indian Defence Minister to visit Australia. He said, and I quote, "We need much more such engagements, greater engagement between the two defence forces to ensure that we become more close." Marles also underlined the fact that the security threat is emanating from China. He said, and I quote again, "China is Australia's largest trading partner, and so is for India. China is our biggest security anxiety, and so it is for India. We are friends and we are now exchanging notes." Meanwhile, on the AUKUS grouping, he said that the trilateral security pact between Australia, the UK and the United States is not a security exchange. Marles' visit to India marks the first high-level visit from Australia under the newly formed Albanese government and is being seen as a continuation of strong ties between the two countries, which are also members of the Quad grouping. And for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal brings us the latest from the Indian capital. Take a look.
The Australian Defence Minister's India visit is over, but a lot of engagement, whether it's here in Delhi, where of course he had conversation with the Indian Defence Minister, or in Goa, where of course defence was the key focus areas. But largely, if we talk about his comments, he talked about an increasingly aggressive China, how China has been trying to shape the world around it in a way that hasn't been seen for a long time. Of course, expressing worries over what has been happening at the line of actual control when it comes to relationship with Australia, or whether it is the South China Sea issue. But largely his focus was that how India and Australia can increase their military engagement. He also talked about Quad, saying it's not a military alliance, but a grouping that seeks to improve the situation and work together in the Indo-Pacific. Now, we know that this visit is interesting and important, given that the visit comes just within a month since the new government, the new Albanese government, took charge in Canberra, and is seen as a major outreach to New Delhi to send a message that whosoever be in power in Australia, the focus, of course, is a strong relationship with India. With video journalist Chandrasekhar, Siddhant Sibbal for WION in New Delhi.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.